Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Before we get started here, I just want to say thank you so much for the support last night. We gained over another 100 subscribers and we got over 4,000 views. I don't know what else to say, but I am very grateful for this. Believe me, I am. Now let's get on to the weather here. If we take a look at the GFS here, you can see the new run is actually coming out, but we have enough data to show you what is going to happen, at least on the 12Z. It takes the storm from Louisiana into southwest Georgia and takes it straight up north. But instead of it taking into the border of Pennsylvania and Ohio, it actually takes it into the border of North Carolina and Virginia. This is not good if you're a snow lover, because if you want to snow all the way back into Illinois and Indiana, you need the storm to be on the border of Ohio and PA. But at least on this run, but you'll see the other models disagree, it takes it into from North Carolina, Virginia, all the way into South PA. Nowhere near the border of Ohio and Pennsylvania. If we continue here, you can see the storm takes a track north, sits around the lakes for a couple bit, and then gets out of here. If we take a look at the total snowfall map, if we can get a little closer up, you can see the only major snow, at least for the GFS, it shows around the lakes from Michigan, Ohio, and then up into Erie, PA, and possibly near Buffalo. And then you have this pocket of heavy snow due to lake effect. But overall, it doesn't show much snow here. Parts of Indiana the other day that was showing foots of snow, it has an inch, barely an inch actually. Some parts don't even see snow at all, which is crazy in my mind. The latest trend for the GFS has been wanting to take this storm from Georgia into North Carolina, but instead of having it at the border of Ohio and PA, it takes it into southeastern PA and goes straight north. That's not what you want if you want in Indiana. If you want snow in Indiana, you want this storm to actually go to the border of PA, so through Tennessee, into West Virginia, and then into PA. But you'd be surprised, some models still show this track. The Canadian very much still shows this track. If we take a look at the 0Z at least, it takes the storm track from Alabama to Tennessee straight into West Virginia. So if you want snow in Indiana, Ohio, this is perfect for you. It actually shows the storm sticking around longer than the GFS. So more lake effect snow and cold air will be able to come down from this. You can see some parts of the lakes could get 22 inches of snow, which I doubt a lot. But just from comparison, the 6-inch line is from Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, that's a large region of PA it takes, and into New York. If we go back to the GFS here, it doesn't show that at all. With the 6-inch line for parts of Michigan, the Canadian shows, the GFS doesn't show any snow at all. Otherwise than that, there's barely any snow that the GFS wants to show here. If we take a look at another model here that we are able to show, it's the GFS Para. It's the ensemble, pretty much, of the GFS. If we take a look and we continue, the storm forms in the deep south and actually takes it into Tennessee. But what's a surprise, it actually takes it into Virginia instead of West Virginia. So already there, it doesn't show much snow on the backside at all. If we continue, it takes it into central Pennsylvania, finally expanding the snow growth and interacting with the cold air, and then it gets kicked out, and it doesn't stay as long as the other models want to show. So if you take a look at the total snowfall, you have a lot of snow in the lakes. Up in New York, the border of Pennsylvania, in New York, and then into Ohio. But otherwise from that, again, the GFS models don't want to show much snow at all. You have the pockets in Michigan that have a lot of snow, the mountain snow, and then possibly a couple pockets in Ohio off the lakes. But again, it doesn't show much snow. But to ease your thoughts, snow lovers in Ohio and Indiana, the European shows what the Canadian does. If we continue here, it takes a storm from Alabama and into Kentucky and then eventually to the border of Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania region. So already then you have a lot more snow than what the other model was showing. Then the storm actually wants to stick around a lot more and bring cold air in, and then another storm for next week. This storm looks to actually be an Appalachian runner, so it actually won't do much for the Northeast. But at the back of it, there'll be a lot of lake effect snow for this. But we're focusing on this storm that we have right now. If we take a look at the total snowfall for the European, it's an almost similarity for the 6-inch line. Anywhere in the pink is greater than 6 inches of snow here. It takes that 6-inch line from Michigan that we have, Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, and back up into parts of Pennsylvania, New York, and the mountain snow that you have here. Don't look at this yet, that's the next storm that's going to be coming. But what I have here is my snowfall map, what I think. We have a couple more days before this storm comes, so I'll be uploading tomorrow and the day of the storm. Anywhere in the light blue is 1 to 3 inches, so that extends from Indiana, Michigan, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, into parts of New York. This lighter but darker blue region right here is 2 to 4 inches of snow. That goes from, again, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, parts of Kentucky, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania. Not making it into New York, though. The 4 to 8 inches range is from northeastern, very northeastern Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, parts of PA, and then right up against the lakes. But the 6-inch plus area is right on the lakes from Michigan, Ohio, and Erie, PA, around that area. And then you have this yellow region right here, right on the lakes. Lake effect snow, 2 to 8 inches. The reason why that gradient is so different is because it depends on the banding. If you get not heavy banding at all, you could get 2 inches. But if you're in that persistent heavy banding, you can get up to 8 inches. But that's on the light side even. I hope you all had a great day. But remember, thank you so much. I'm very appreciative for the amount of love that you gave me. I hope you have a great weekend and have a good one.